Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School Showdown, the first one in the series, I hope, in many. My name's Emvy. I'm joined by nobodijs.
Nobody. Yeah,
Yes, very cool nickname actually for English speaking people. Like, and nobody gets a kill.
yeah. Well, usually that's what happens. All right. Well, as you can hear us, we are the funny guys. Yeah, we're gonna fill in a little bit of time and let you all know what's happening.
Exactly,
Why
because at the
are we
moment
here?
we're just trying to configure the Skybox live feature. Really huge thanks to them for actually
Yeah.
joining these two schools, Esporta Skola and of course the Växjö Teknikum from Sweden.
Oh, you
I
did it.
hope I yes
You said it
I
right.
hope I said it correctly. If some Swedish people are watching, hello
Exactly.
to you as well. I hope that we're gonna have a great match as we're gonna have a one school, the Technicum 20 team. They're all from
Yeah.
one school from the first year, the students, and in our side we have like a mix, and they're from all around Latvia, joined in. You could say the greatest of the greats that we can
Exactly.
offer. But there's many
You
more to come.
could say that, but we're gonna see that on the server side when the game's gonna be starting.
Yes.
Just in a jiffy. For now, we're gonna introduce the players that's gonna be playing for today for the both schools. So, Renārs, who's gonna be there?
Yes, in the Swedish team is going to be Kraken, who's going to be in-game leading for them.
Ooh.
Carison, who's going to be the entry fragger. LSS op and second entry Deltarn is going to be support player, and Tucky, who's also going to be support player. I think we can show them for a second just so you know. Unfortunately, we don't have the Latvian player cam set up. We're going to try to do that next as they're
Yeah.
all sitting at home. But for Swedish side, we can check this out. They're all sitting at their PCs
Ooh.
in their esports classroom, which in my opinion, is insane, and I hope to see that someday in Latvia
Insane
as
in a
well.
good way, not in a membrane. Hey. So, what we're gonna be seeing from their side, as and we just said, gonna be an interesting game because they're, as we scoped it out a little bit, their levels are not the highest. They're not like level 10s on the face it and stuff, but what they do have is this opportunity to play together because you know from the experience that playing on LAN when your teammate is next to you, you
It's
can with a
different.
shaky hand give a bump to him. That's a
Exactly.
different story when you sit at your comfy chair at the home.
Exactly, and we hope that actually our team can also show a good showing. You said
Yeah.
that the Swedish player they're not level 10s. Exactly, they're as I understood, like from level 3 to 7 roughly. And on our side, we do have two level 10s,
But
Janis, Urinos. Then we have like I believe level 6 or 7 Kwasinch, Latis, and Onyx, which are a bit lower level, but also good players and team players for that matter.
exactly, and that's what we're going to be seeing from these both teams, the team play. And to help all that, to see from this different perspective, we have Skybox, the company, the tool that bring both of these teams together. And if you haven't used Skybox, just go skybox.gg or their social media and follow them up because, well, there's like no sponsors for this event or something.
No, no,
They are
exactly.
just really nice people that made this all happen for us to start this little dream. Literally, that one dream that I saw the Renārs a while ago. That maybe we end up with the European school tournament. Who knows?
Exactly. That would be real fun to see that esports takes apart on like secondary schools and primary schools where it's like either it's an after school
Yeah.
like thing or it's part of the curriculum of the school. That would be wonderful. That's what we're trying to do here in Latvia and in
Who
Sweden.
knows?
It's already done, and that's why we can see classrooms like this. Just insane. And also we have like these redeemable messages. And I'm gonna tell this one because Trippins, he's the Trippins, he's the last person that joined the esports basics, our courses that we have every Wednesday here on this channel as well
Yeah,
as an open
but
school
in
and all these
Latvian,
things.
that's
Yes,
exactly. We transition to the to the to the side of what do we do? What do esports school in Latvia do? We teach the young esport enthusiasts that are still in the school how to get better and how to use their time in a better good to not just play the game. Because obviously we know if you play 10,000 games in a
yeah, of
in
course.
CS:GO, you're gonna be so good. But maybe you can shorten that time to get from nothing to good with less games, with working with yourself, with not only with how you can put your mouse from point A to point B and shoot someone, but how can you work with yourself? How can you make sure that your physical psychological and all the other stances are well fed with the information, and when you feel ready to play the game in a different level, let's say that.
Yeah, of course, like in this ecosystem as well, where our students can join in to cast the games, they can join in on creating the overlays, they can join in like just helping administrate the tournaments.
Yeah.
Like all these parts, you can play in the tournament, you can help it happen. It's like all
You can
all
make
around.
pretty things around, like for us. You see, we have that moving little thing just with the flags, and thank you to the bingo player, a nice guy in Latvia who just tries to help all the communities that are trying to make themselves bigger. And as well, like these T-shirts, these are the school made. The people,
Yeah, a student.
a
missed-
student, exactly.
Yes, missed one more time. We shouted out him
Taken
already
by
today.
Mist. in
Yeah,
the
taken
chat,
by
yeah.
Mist. Yes, he did those shirts that we have here right now. So we have like the identity and everything set, because we're also waiting. I'm gonna show it again. We're also waiting when we will be able to sit in a classroom like this with this crazy setup that they have. It's just crazy insane that because
Exactly.
I'm very impressed that the school that they have like such a cool director, because as I understood, the director like said, yes, esports program in our school needs support.
Exactly.
It needs to happen, and that's why this is going on right now.
It is slowly evolving in the whole Europe, as we know. Like if we compare to Finland, they already have like the esports bachelor degree, something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the esport in the bachelor degrees, and
Like the
and as
esports
well,
in universities.
exactly. And over the sea in America, they have this evolved for like last 3 to 5 years how to understand the esports and how to make it available for the kids in the school. Exactly. And we are that link. We are not for like the universities, but we are esports school for the children starting from the class 5 to 12. That is like in Latvia. I don't know how in your country, in Sweden. I think it's about similar.
It is similar. It is similar. But what we can talk about is what is Linus, or the coach for the Technicum 20 team, doing. They have these classes for CSGO and for League of Legends, where they have like roughly around 3 hours after school, where they go to this beautiful classroom and just like study CSGO, play it, study all the setups, practice communication, answer tricky questions prepared by this coach. When he said, like, I really liked his approach to this, where he makes up a scenario saying, okay, 2 of your teammates just died. Your remaining 3 players, Inferno, Banana. You have 2 smokes, you have 1 flash. What do? You're playing against 5 people. What is your approach to this situation? And then they're just trying to work this through.
In the chat as well, what is the best tool to do that in Counter-Strike? This is the Skybox, the tool that was made just for this purpose, for not only the pretty scenes on the live events, but for the teams to analyze their game, to find the mistakes, and find better ways to approach next time and win the games. And I know the the Swedish Technicum have used that for a while
They're using it for like 3 years, I believe.
And for us in esports school, we just started using that. We got engaged in this movement just a month or 2 ago.
Yes, we started practicing with Skybox roughly around February, and then we partnered up with them so we can offer like these Skybox access to Skybox to our students. So people who are playing in our tournaments and going to our courses, so they can actually use this tool and get better, because it definitely is making you better, because it's such an easy way to watch the game. We're going to see that analysis by Dinko a bit later, as at the moment still they're just trying to fix the Skybox live feature. I hope that's going to be
They're not fixing
ready
the live feature. It
No,
works.
the
They
live
are
feature is
fixing
perfect.
the server
Yeah,
at
the
the
server.
Sweden side.
They need to connect, and they're not connecting at the moment.
If there would be something that we could do, we would go them and help. Before we talked with them, well, this is what we do. We can make sure that people are entertained in the chat and not doesn't leave until the game starts.
Yeah.
Well, this is the moment when I want to ask you in the chat, who's going to be winning this game? I know we have a lot of Latvian viewers there, but if you are not Latvian, then who are you going to be rooting for, Latvia or Sweden?
Yeah, because we're seeing like I catched a glimpse of warm up that they're having, like all the players in the server. And it's looking like it could be quite even, but of course people are saying Latvia. There is the Twitch Elle Carlson saying it's gonna be
Ooh.
Sweden. Like the
Nice.
name Elle Carlson, I can already tell that he's Swedish. So of course he's rooting for their own.
Remember the last time, like we have this banter with Sweden for years in hockey. You know, last time we met hockey team, the Swedish hockey team, we lost 1-9.
No, there was one game that we lost 1-7. We played tied up as well. I believe it was 2-2 one year.
Yeah.
It's been ups and downs.
Eh.
Didn't we win Sweden in like the previous few years? Maybe some Swedish people can say that in the chat.
I haven't seen the game that we win versus Sweden. Me particularly.
I think
Maybe
we
someone
won in
else
like
have seen.
overtime or in shootouts.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Because these are the two most popular games, I think, like the sports games in both of countries. Because in Latvia we pride and go hard for hockey, and I think Sweden as well.
Of course, of course. And against Sweden, it's always like we can win like these enemies. When you're playing against Canada and Russia, it's like, okay, let's just sit here for those 3 hours, and after that, it's gonna be fine. We just need to be here for our team.
Yeah.
But against Sweden, it's more competitive.
As our brother countries, you know, we call Lithuanian or Braliukas like brothers, right? Or Estonians or slower brothers. And what do we call Sweden or Swedish friends? Do we have a saying?
No.
Not that I could recall.
No. Oh no. One thing I can tell Swedish people: thank you for licorice.
Oh,
I love
he's
that
mad
thing.
for that.
I love that thing. We don't have it in Latvia. Not for too much. Like in
people
few
that,
shops.
like people as me don't understand that kind of candy. Candy should be sweet, not everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
you're weird.
it can be salty. It can the texture and everything. It's just great. It's just great. It is lovely. I believe. Oh, I see that Rasmus is listening. So hey, Rasmus, as well. Thank you to you for actually connecting us with this school, because it's exactly what we started saying. I don't know if we completely said it, but Skybox connected us with this Swedish school, the Teknikum Esports 20.
Yeah.
Where we could actually practice against them, and we're planning to have again as well like League of Legends games.
Yeah,
It's
we
in
are
our
building
store.
slowly a League of Legends team as well. So if you are League of Legends enthusiasts from Latvia that are in school, call me.
Yes, exactly. You can come to our Discord. It's right down there below.
Yeah,
under the stream, so you can check it out.
Nobody's the name that you see here. Yeah, #1337. Write to me. Let me know that you want to play some League of Legends and be playing for the Esports Latvian school thing.
Latvian Esports School League. Come on, man. We need to say it correctly. Like, at this point, we need to say it correctly completely.
Yeah, I know. Well, for us in the Latvian Esports School, what do we have as well? We right now have like a spring championship between the schools, and we had 90. Oh, I don't want to lie about this, but 96 teams participating. So that means 96 teams that was made in schools, and we have a few restrictions, and one of those is that you have to be whole team from one school. You can't just gather your friends wherever. The second rule that you have to play on the Faceit server, so that means you have to at least play the game for 50 hours plus. And the third rule, attend and play. That's it. And we had those 90 plus teams, and they already played the group stages, and now we have the playoffs with 22 teams participating, and the first teams already dropped out. Yeah. And today we saw another team dropping out, and it's so fun to see these, let's call it, new stars.
Yeah,
there are some players that play in the decent leagues, like
we have from Ventspils
ECA.
Technicums, yes.
Yeah.
Shady, one of the players, actually now playing to get to the ESEA Advanced, and they're playing in a school tournament. So it's really fun to see that, like, the high-level players meet with the low-level players, and everybody in some way are like winners in this situation.
Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why we made this esports school, to find these little gems, and not only to find whoever wants to learn about esports and then guide them in the right way, as well to find these little gems that we can polish and make sure to guide them in the right way to the right teams and perspective of the esports. I don't know. I think if I would be in those years in the school time, with the opportunity to play for the school
Don't start
team.
the dreams.
It's
This was literally my
we
dream in the
missed it.
secondary school. Yes, I don't know why we didn't do it. Me and my friend, we were playing Dota at the time, and we were like, we need to create a
Yeah.
team here in school. We need to. We can talk to
Dota.
our. Yes, it's. We all know. We all know that Dota 2 is really, really good.
I as a Techie's main, yeah,
Just
I just go win every game and no.
how wrong are you?
I'm a
It's
filthy,
impressive. It's impressive.
filthy Dota player. Yeah, I don't like that much. Lately, I played a lot of League of Legends, but what I'm waiting is for Path of Exile, the new league coming out in 2 days.
Yes, I cannot play those games. It's not fun for me. I need to play
Oh,
these
it's fun.
competitive games. I need to have like 5-on-5, as I used to play like in floorball, which also a Nordic sport. So hey, thank you for that. I used to play there. I was a goalie, and I loved this team feeling and everything. And after a while, when I could no longer attend sports,
Yeah,
esports gave me a new home.
I played frisbee, the ultimate frisbee.
Yes.
It was like a craze in our school, you know, and I was playing in the school's team and stuff. But what I didn't understand is this, like the boyish manner, you know. You win the game and you
Yeah.
have to trash out others. I didn't like to participate in that. I don't know.
Yeah,
It wasn't my cup of tea.
I was too psyched. If I won a game, I was too psyched. I was like, great game, guys! Like we just won.
Yeah.
I want to win a great game, and I don't want to win against
Exactly.
all the things that other people are
Yeah.
trying to say. It's also one thing that we touched on in esports basics about like this toxic environment, toxic behavior that is there, and why does it come out?
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, it is there. Even for the Counter-Strike, as you all know, if you have been partaken in a match and you know how that ends, even in the higher elos, you find people that are no.
yeah, it happens.
That's all what I can say.
Yes, it sometimes happens. We're just like,
Yeah.
if you're tuning in right now, this is not a talk show that you're tuning into,
Ah,
although
okay.
it's slowly turning
Welcome
into one. We
to-
could try, but
Emvy and the nobody in morning.
oh yes, that we actually have even sung together when we were driving in a car.
Yep.
But no, we are actually now waiting for Skybox to connect with the Swedish server, and once that is done, we can jump in the game. If it takes any longer, because we are already quite over the line here.
Yep.
But I believe we're gonna maybe even skip it and then try to get it for another event. As I said before, the school showdown is the idea that we came up with. We are looking to do this at least like 2 times a month, maybe even more. Hopefully,
It's more as a practice match for
Yeah,
both teams,
exactly.
and to make sure that they can partake in these games and make sure to learn something from them as well. Because in Latvia, these schools play each other every second day. Let's say like that. You know, every second day they play each other. They learn from each other, but that's about it. They know how Latvian players play. But to have this opportunity to try out and to see how like someone in Sweden plays, or what's the attitude and how do people play in Croatia, or I don't know, Cyprus. I want to see those teams as well. Now, and I hope we can make this like a monthly thing, both of us tuning in, watching the games. Maybe not only for the Latvians that are participating. Maybe we can see a game, Belgium versus Sweden, and we can
That would be
cast
real
that,
fun.
or
Yeah.
invite Dinko to cast. For those who don't know, for today we have planned that Dinko joins us in for the live. What's the word that I'm looking for? The thing he
breakdown,
does.
the right round breakdown.
Yeah, the live round breakdown.
Yes.
Exactly. Ooh, that's a mouthful. So yeah, he's gonna be joining us today, and after the game, we're gonna be joined by the coach, the lead guy behind the Växjö Teknikum team, and we're gonna be asking him some questions. So if you know that you want to ask him something, just try to get at those questions until we end the game, and then let's join in and let's ask him something altogether. So yeah,
Exactly. So if you have something prepared, just to know how do you actually teach CS:GO,
Mhm.
what's the thing we do? Because we here in Esporta Skola, we're having a bit different approach, where we try to teach more about like this environment and show what's up and just give them the chance to fight in the tournaments. And believe it or not, they're so quick to adapt and so quick to learn that you don't sometimes even need to like push them in like any
Exactly.
direction. It just happens like that.
Yeah. And I wanted to point out as well that we had
Yes.
that we had scheduled the game for yesterday, but
Yes,
unfortunately
exactly.
we missed it out because there were some internet connection problems at the end of the Sweden, and now they fixed that. But now we have a bit of a different problem, so we are fixing those slowly.
And we have to say props to the Swedish coach for trying to fix all these
Yeah,
problems because this
he
is
is.
all
Yeah,
it
he's a
just
massive with the war. He's a massive helper with a warm heart who
yes.
really helps all this to be put together. Because right now there's literally nothing what we can do. Because as he said, I'm googling as fast as I can. So yeah.
Unlucky, as it seems, maybe even the how do you say the Skybox may not work. I'm checking. I'm just checking. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Right there, loading in. So maybe
Okay.
it's gonna work.
Yeah. Well, he is loading in because we freed up the slot. But in a jiffy, we'll see what's gonna happen because we do want to see that game. I'm really intrigued whether or not the our players, because as I said before, like the levels are a bit like
Yeah.
they're different. They're different. But if you're playing for 8 months together, it's a bit different.
Well, he's typing.
Yes, I need.
Yeah, I know.
Continue.
He needs to
Continue.
focus. So while he's fixing that, I'll explain for those who just joined in and are asking the question. Hey, what is happening here? So this is the two schools in Europe meeting on an online environment and battling it out to know who's better. Not only that, but to learn from each other, and as well, Skybox is going to be joining us today with their caster Dinko, and he's going to be teaching us a thing or two what went wrong in this match. So this is a friendly match. No one's winning anything, only the pride that he's better.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
about it.
true. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're playing for. So thank you again, Skybox, for supporting this. And if you are a Latvian student and you wanna try out the Skybox, just join us in the Discord, and we'll make sure to help you out with this.
You're staying alone here for a second, just for a second. I'll be right back, or I won't. It's all here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're testing the one more thing before we join in the server. We'll see.
You didn't want to play?
No. No.
All right.
Yeah. As it turns out.
Yeah. Well, they do that. What else? What else in the chat you want to know? Well, like we are this close to start this game. We're
This
just
close.
again waiting for simple little things to be fixed, and then we can start. And that's. Is there something in the chat that you want to know? Yeah. The first question.
It's really tough to say. People are just like debating amongst themselves.
Oh,
They
that's
asked for
good.
the levels of the players. We said it. And then that's it basically. Just like trying to talk, just saying like, yeah, Sweden, we played them against them in hockey and all that.
Oh,
They don't know really
we
what to
started
expect.
that thing.
Because for us, at least for me, when I think of Sweden, I think of esports, and I think, oh, they're the almost grandfathers, or at least the
Oh, they are,
uncle of
obviously.
esports.
Because I was watching the SK, right? I think the old SK were almost like they had the. Oh my god, I don't. Forrest. He was Swedish, right?
Of course, Freiburg, Get Right exists.
Yeah, that team.
McLaren.
Yeah, that team. Oh my god, I knew like from the 1.6 frag movies, they have these little flags, and I was like, I hope they had all of them. Yeah, they did, and yeah, I that's how I started playing like more competitive CS:GO. I watched them played like the old SK or the Ninjas in Pajamas and stuff, and I'm just happy that it's still happening. That the CS:GO, the CS as a competitive first-person shooter didn't die, and it's still there for us to enjoy. And as well, the other games that went in this esports scene, as I did, I played the StarCraft in the early ages, and I played in the big tournaments there. And after that, I transitioned to CS:GO. No, 1.6, and then CS:GO, and now I'm just here sitting and talking to that camera.
Yeah. Just
So,
letting
yeah,
know people.
I'm
what
having
is
a
up.
fun time.
Of course, of course. If you cannot be a part of esports in one way, then you can definitely try to get in other ways. If you're good at technologies, you can help out like with the stream setups and production and stuff like that. If you're artistic, there's other things you can do. It's pretty impressive. Like all these new possibilities that's been opened up. But as I do believe we might be able to start, unfortunately, Skybox live feature will not be shown today. We do hope, as I said, to get it in afterwards, but we'll have the game. We'll have the interview
So no,
with the
didn't
Swedish
go.
coach. No, that's the unfortunate part,
All
I
right.
would say. But
We'll
sometimes it
fix
happens.
that next time, I guess.
Of course. As well, this is like a trial and error. Like we're seeing what works. If you're tuning in right now, we can show you what does work. This thing where we can see the Swedish players getting ready. They even have their uniforms up. It's
Ooh.
insane. They have the exercise sponsors and everything. See, and they're even saying hello. I'm just this is amazing. This is amazing that youngsters can also check out what's happening. I'm just so happy. It warms my heart that we have a chance to do this.
Exactly. Well, until they restart the server and let the game begin, these are the last moments for you all to stretch out for the last bits and to get your drinks ready and maybe a little healthy snack as well for this game, because it's gonna be starting just in.
Yes,
in
get the
a few
water. Get a cup
There's
of
a
water.
Yeah, I have mine. Yeah.
If
Just
you see sometimes in
clean
the chat,
then. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
If
Who
you-
knows?
if you see in the chat at some point like Pēteris written, and if you're from other country, please do grab your water and take a drink. And as well, we need to say a shout out to Pazizons LV as he redeemed the message through the school sound system. So Pazizons, hello, thank you for tuning in the match between Latvia and Sweden. I hope you
Whoop,
enjoyed.
whoop. So yeah, well, this is fun.
Yeah.
So we just a quick reminder to everyone who's playing Renārs.
On both sides?
Yeah.
I just need to quickly check. So we do have on the side of Teknikum Esports 20, Kraken, Tucky, LSS, Deltarn, and Karison. And on the side of Latvia Esporta Skola, we have Kvasiņš, Jurino, Janis, Onyx, and Lācis.
Exactly. And
Amazing.
as well, both teams are complemented by coaches. We have the Masu, who's the coach for the Swedish team, and our own
Field 9.
Phil 9. Yes, that's the Latvian coach for the Latvian team. So it's so fun to see him involving in a coach position as
Of
well.
course. But ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the knife round because we have that on our way. Again, Teknikum 20 against Esporta Skola. Let's see who does best, as the knife round will decide on which side they do start. And after that, we'll see. Because you kind of want to start on the CT side, and then Latvian side do take the knife round.
Well, yeah, the knife round was a bit easier for the Latvians because 2 team kills for Teknikum.
Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But I do believe we have to understand that the nerves are playing a huge role right now for the kids as well.
Yeah.
And I believe the game is live. At least it should be.
No,
Although,
no.
no, it's not. No. They're going to restart quickly because, yeah, everything's done manually by the Swedish coach.
That's good.
They don't have the automatic bots or anything for the server. It's just their practice server that they were kind enough to invite us on. Just a second, we're not going to hear. We're not going to hear CS, but now we do hear it. And let's jump into the match one more time. If you're rooting for Latvia, let us know in the chat. If you're rooting for Sweden, let us know in the chat because you do see the Swedish side starts on the T. And as they're trying right now to just play this one. Okay, so they're going 3 players in apartments. They're pushing in right now. They're going to try to get some information. 2 players are still staying here. Maybe they can potentially go for the B split, but no, they're moving in. 3 players here. Latvian misses all of his shots. And now it's going to be the T's, but it's going to be Janis and Jurino taking down 2. The A site is nearly cleared out, and Kvasiņš, he does not know there's someone behind them, and look how smart they're playing. They're trying to take him down. They missed the first few shots. Way too many missed shots, but the bomb is now rotating towards the B side, and Esporta Skola, they understand what's happening.
it was so unfortunate for them to not catch that player in the middle. And now it was only the Urino who gets that one headshot, and now he gets the same thing back in his head as well. So now he is 1 versus 3 in this moment.
Yes, he's going to try to go for 1v3. Unfortunately for him, he does not have any utility to use in this scenario. And the Latvian side stays really patient with this one. He did tag in Kvasiņš. There is Jonathan. No, Kvasiņš from Banana takes him down as Esporta Skola. They take the first round.
Yeah, well, as we just saw in the first round, this is what we were talking about. Maybe the skill ceiling is not that high for the Swedish players, but they have the strats, they have the plays, and now the only thing what was missing there was that kill on the Kvasiņš.
Exactly. If that would have worked out, the game could have been different. But here, Urinov almost gets the prize, but he gets gunned down by the Glocks. As they're pushing in the middle, they're going to go towards long, potentially going towards B, but they don't know that Giannis is already waiting for them with the MP9. If they push forward, Giannis is there. He sprays down 1, sprays down 2, sprays down 3, and he's looking for more. The USPS comes out, and Giannis with the ace. And that's how you do it.
Well, with the 5k in that round, well, it was versus Eco. There were some 50s in their hand, but otherwise with the Glocks to get that opening in the middle. Well, props to the Swedish team.
Yeah, exactly. They're really surprised, the CTs in this scenario. I do hope that the surprises will come from the Swedish side as well. As they do, like, their round openings are really clean. Like, their positions are really played out. Now they spot the player up in the apartments. They're missing the first few shots. Urino is playing with them, and he gets them with the MP9. As Karison opens up Banana with the kill on Kvasiņš. And now it's going to be 4v4. And again, this standoff.
Yeah, and I like that they played the whole map. Today we had the school tournament game where we saw that they all were positioning on the one side of the map, so that means the other side is left open. But now look at that control. They have the Banana in their hands. If they want to go through there, they have the mid side as well. They can choose where they want to go. And now LAT is the only one in the apartments. If they would want to push him through, I would say they could get in. And as well, the B side. Onyx.
Yeah, but look, they're rotating away. Giannis is rotating away from B. They're quite unsure, and they leave Onyx here. We'll see how that one goes. They're pushing in, and Onyx is left alone with the MP9 and only waiting for Giannis' rotation here. Maybe he can catch out someone CT. Will someone check him? No, nobody's checking his corner. And Onyx goes for 2. He goes huge. Giannis, he does not manage to get anything, and it's going to be 2v2 now. Urinov and Lattis against Kraken and Tucky.
Well, Taki and Kraken were the ones to open the B side. They got 1 kill in the B side, as we just saw from that player's perspective, and 1 through the smoke to the CT.
Yeah, that was very good, and this grenade could be right on point. No, it misses completely. Lattis, he missed the nade. They're going to go for the boost. The time is running out. They both have the kit, and they have 1 flashbang that they can use. And Kraken, he's waiting for that boost, but he misses the timing. How unfortunate. And he's holding the angle of his teammate, so that's maybe a small issue there. But here, Tucky, he plays it perfectly. He gets 1, and he gets the second one. I was waiting for Kraken to make the move, but it's Tucky who clutches it for his team, and it's 2-1.
Well, in the rounds like these, you think through what happens in the players' heads, and we saw that they were 2 CTs on the B side, and now they rotated back to A, and I think that was the crucial mistake there to let that just slip out of their hands.
Yeah, but as well, the quick rotations, like the unsurety of the CT side as well, was kind of weird, and now we're going to see just a trade happening. But that trade could be dangerous. If Kraken runs in with this AK, there is Giannis waiting around the corner with the USPS, and we know that Giannis is a level 10 player.
Yeah.
It sometimes will not matter. When the stress gets the best of you.
From what I'm saying from these Swedish beasts, I can just tell that they have prepared for this match, I would say even better than
I was very persistent, and I can see the guys being real patient, but as we can see, LSS opens up Banana as he clears the corner. Right next to the wall, but they're not pushing there, and that's real good. Onyx is pushed back, but rotation has not been called from CTs yet. I believe he misses the timing just about now. Maybe he can spot the bomb. They're going to be setting up the nades. He just has to hear something, and he does not hear anything. LAT has started a rotation.
They're rotating from A. The player on B gets all their attention back. The rotations are called. Urino's going to go through the middle. LAT is going to be left alone on A, and now they are double faking?
look,
looks like that.
look at Urino. He sees all three of them. The information is there. This is insane. And with the USPS, he's looking to take down one. He takes down one and he tucks in the corner. Not gonna fight. They're gonna push in. 25 seconds remaining. They need to decide what will they do. Will they go for the plant or will they go for the kill? And they need to go for the plant. Most definitely, there's Onyx waiting with the 5-7 at the corner, but LSS, one more frag for him, and the bomb plant is coming through. LAT, does he push through the smoke? He's pushing in, he sees them, but no! They get cleared out, and Technicum, they get the round. You can see them right here on the screen, the coach right beside them. Amazing,
Well played by them, really well played. As just we heard from Emvy, that was a round, but they almost got echoed, and the read by the Latvian esports team, they went to the B, they stick to their plan, they got the people on their side, but they couldn't just close it in. There were a bit more smokes in the hands of Technicum for them to just play around that side as they wanted.
Yes, played out really well, and now you can see the tempo has been turned down. They're now looking for what can they read from the enemy's game, what they're doing in apartments, what they're doing in middle. Do they go for pushes? Do they go for information? The one thing that the CTs are not doing, they're not playing aggressive. At some point you can give props to that, but at some point it might be that you lose out a lot of information.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just need to peek. There should be some timings where you check out what's happening either in middle or in apartments. But what LAT is doing, he's just listening. Does he hear anyone? And the fake is coming in, I believe. Well, at least the setup is coming in towards the B side. It's going to be Kraken trying to open it up. The in-game leader for the side of Terrorists. The Technicum 20 team, he's moving in. He spots one, but Kvastic plays it to perfection. He takes down one. Onyx pushes back. But it's going to be a side pusher. We're going to see here Giannis. He loses the first fight. Karison takes him down. Urino with the frag. Lost the frag. And now Toki is in the side, but the spray does not connect. And only Dzintars now remaining 1v4. Mission impossible, but he takes down Lattis. There's going to be Urino. He's going to go for the plant. He's going to try to pick him. He gets the headshot. It's going to be 1v2. And the Swedish player is looking to clutch it.
Well, he has to play around that smoke now. That's gonna buy him time from the short side, but from the long, there's gonna be a Kvastic job probably playing through, or they're gonna be joining each other and play it together. One smoke for Onyx and flash as well for him to dispose on the side. Will he use that?
Let's see, as Onyx he peeks in, he's gonna check the corner, but this is a very good position that Dzintars is in. He gets spotted, and he was only 9 HP, and unfortunately for him, he loses the round, but it was so close.
Yeah. Back to the round 16. 6. I don't know why I said 16.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
we have just started. We know that we already had one game.
Maybe
before.
I'm already thinking about the round 16. Well, what I wanted to say, in the round 6, now with the money problems on the side of Technicum, what they're going to be deciding to do, because this is one of the things that loses a lot of games if they are not deciding to buy in the time when they need, or they are taking the full buys or forces whenever that's not needed. Kraken now.
They're practicing the Baltic full buy, as we can see here. They're practicing it. Good job, but it's going to be Crossfire here in middle. Giannis with the nade and with the scout. He takes down one. He takes down second as well. Giannis comes in, and the last player picked up quick and clean by Esporta Skola.
Well, that was a fast peaks by our Scott player, but now with the 4-2 back to the buy, and we'll see what the menu brings for the players of Technicum. What will they?
There is a Krieg for LSS. Look at it. He picks up the Krieg.
How today we were thinking about the Krieg.
Yeah. We were talking about it, we had a small discussion. Let's see, and this time around, okay, so the CT decided they're going to play aggressive on Banana, so they switched the game up just to make sure that the Technicum Esports don't start to feel too, how would you say, start to feel too confident or comfortable in it. Just making sure that they control the map. They've even taken control over the apartments, and Giannis is the one who's going to take the first opening against Dzintars.
Exactly, and what we can see in the play of the Esports School, that they are changing a little bit the pace of the game. They are not letting for the Technicum to get in the positions to use the utility, but they are pushing them and making them feel uncomfortable on the map.
Yeah, it does feel like it. I do see some information regarding the Skybox feature, and it seems like maybe afterwards we could just jump in and check out what Skybox can offer. A small analysis by Dinko, maybe not on this particular game, but in general, just to see these beautiful products in work. There's now 4 players remaining for the T side. We can see the Kraken is going to be setting up the smoke towards the library there. And this is going to be fake. He's trying to fake it, and the players are staying put. But the players are staying put also on B side. Onyx and Kvasic, and I like these positions. It's really tough to see. Onyx, he's going into the anti-flash position. Kvasic has to be careful. No flash coming through, and he missed it. The first spray down completely whiffed, but Onyx plays this one good. He goes for the flash. They're not pushing in. He does manage to get the flash, but Teknikum 20 player LSS gets him while he's fully white. And again, we're going to see a 2v2 retake.
Exactly, and now they have to go for the retake. I know these players in the first hand, and Janis with the lads, they know how to get in the side and take that in their hands. And now Teknikum will try to get that retake stopped, and without the utility, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to stay in put positions, but Carson peeks out just at the right time. He risks it, and he gets the biscuit. And now 1v2. 19 HP, 81 HP LAT is looking to save this one. I already hope for a really close round, but no, that's not going to be the case. Will they be able to save the weapons? I think they stayed for just a tiny bit too long. As yes, just one died and 2 players will save. And a good round by Teknikum 20.
Well, happy faces, what we just saw. They are slowly approaching back to be in the even lead with the Esports School from Latvia. Now, back to round 8. Now, with the money side of the Latvians, they get the full buy, they get the utility as well for them to use. I really like that everyone bought a smoke, because Inferno, as we know, is really heavy. Decided for the utility, and if you can smoke one side, you get a lot of upper hand on this map. But speaking of upper hand,
yeah, he's pushed quite far and they're trying to move in, but they're really trying to take control over the A side. Look at how far Kraken has already gotten. He's going to be looking to find some players here. He's going to be spotting LAT here on the balcony, but he goes down, and now they know there's a player in pit. Janis, in the meantime, catches the players rotating through long, and it's going to be 3v4 now. And technically, they have to be careful. They have to win these duels, and Saki is trying to win, and he goes for it. And there's nobody to trade him. A side is nearly open. They just have to deal with Janis here towards mid, and Janis, he kills the bomb carrier. That could be huge. The bomb needs to be picked up and planted. But this is a quite good situation for Teknikum Esports 20. They can plant the bomb. And after that, they can get in really good after plant positions. We'll see. It's rather close, but you see that the retake is as well slow from Esporta Skola. They're trying to find their opening. What's it gonna be? They're not using any flash. It looks like even the Teknikum 20, they're the ones looking for the opening. And now the late retake, the Molotov comes through, but Taki, he wins the first duel. Nobody's pushing through the smoke. Kvasic is gonna get the frag. Only Delta are now remaining. He's in Ninja. They have to go for the defuse. Kvasic, he has the defuse because he's gonna go down. And no, Janis, he does not have time. He has to go for the save. And Teknikum 20, they take one more round.
So unfortunate for the Latvian players. They were so close to get that through. But even with the kit in the hands, it was just few seconds too short.
Yes, exactly. Just a few seconds too short. And I had no idea that the players waiting in the site. You can see that really the stress got to them. As they're moving inside, they don't see anything. They're just going to go for the defuse. They're not checking it. It was a tough situation.
Yeah, and now with the eco in their hands, a little bit of a force. Let's be honest, with the Deagles and CZ as well. But with the op in the Janis hands, they can change a lot. But I think that they have to try to get some more aggression.
Yeah, they will try, and it's kind of working out. They're now trying to take control over upper banana. Previously, we saw when CTs did have that utility, they were the ones trying to get it. But now we'll see what's going to be next. And I see as well in the chat people chatting. Of course, it's in Latvian, but English chatters are also welcome. What are they saying in Latvian? That the Swedish players, they're pulling off really good fakes, and that is true. Not only that, the openings are quite great as well. Latis, he gets a crazy shot. And Janis gets a frag, so it looks like it's going to be cleared out. The A push is not working for them. Jurno is waiting for the flash. The flash will come through any second. Now one player lost. The CZ does its job as Jurno takes down 2. And now only LSS remaining. The bomb yet to be planted as it was lost and short.
Exactly. And this is what we were talking about previously. That these are the moments what the Latvians have to do. Just to play a bit more aggressive. And that's what we are seeing right now.
Yeah, and it works. And the LSS as well, his game sense is quite on point. He did realize that somebody could get boosted up there, and just as he moves his crosshair, he spots the player there. And now Giannis with Onyx to retake. LSS takes on one, but Giannis with a quick scope is gonna bring the round back. And finally, after 2-round loss streak, Esporta Skola is back on the board.
Yeah, well, as we just saw, Giannis, he felt the game, and as we can see in the scoreboard as well, he is feeling this match in his hands. And what he just did, I hope someone as well in the chat gets your notebook out and writes this down. When your teammate is killed, go and trade. So
Yeah.
all together, when your teammate is killed, go trade. Okay.
Exactly. But look at this, it's gonna be an eco rush, and the eco rush works out completely. It's just so great to see. They're gonna go for the plant, and now I just want to see this retake. It's full utility retake with a full buy against 2 M4s, 1 Tech 9, and 2 Deagles. If you ask me, too crazy, but Giannis is gonna maybe be looking for a smoke. No, they go and save. They realize that their money is not too good, and they can give this round away. And it's gonna be
So-
Technikum 20 to take this.
Back to 5-5. Now it is an even score, and this game is so interesting. It goes back and forth. The ball is being thrown to one team or other, and as we see on the money side, the Latvians are struggling a little bit, and that's why they decide to save, because the Onyx and Question ain't going to be able to buy the guns for themselves. Giannis have saved a little bit more. This is okay in his hands. Maybe an Eagle, maybe Onyx forces as well. We could see something on those sorts.
Of course, we can. Hopefully we do. But yeah, there's up in Giannis' hand. As well, one thing that we have to take in mind, it was thought that Kvasnic is going to op, and Giannis was put as the second opper. I don't know whether or not maybe Kvasnic is not feeling it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is just Giannis feeling that he can take the game in our hands. Something that we saw when the Yekindar was playing in Volsung. But Giannis, he gets the opening, he's looking for more, but no, Kvasnic dies as the traded player. Such an unfortunate series of events that took place here in Banana. And now, maybe an A push, but as well, they're playing so slow, and Latvians are sometimes so quickly to jump to conclusions.
But they're, I think, learning from their mistakes. As we saw in the first rounds, they were doing these mistakes as, oh, I saw a smoke. Okay, whole team, let's go here and sit and wait. And now we see these rotations not happening. Still 2 people on the side, 2 people on B as well. And now, as I speak, we have a rotation from Giannis. So that's going to be 3 people on A. I think that is some sort of a gamble stack. What I like to do with the gamble stacks is to have your utility be thrown out to not give the whole information. Like, let's say in a banana, we have the player there on it. You smoke out the banana and not let them get the information what they desire.
Yes, but Giannis, he misses the chance to get a double kill, and he goes down to LSS. Now it's gonna be Yurno peeking out, but LSS through the smoke finds him, and they play this one perfectly. They go through banana, they go through arch, and they take control of it. Then Onyx is left to defend one more time solo. Almost gets cracking, but that's gonna be the plan for Technikum Esports and as well the round.
Exactly, and this is going to be the first round of the Swedish technical players to get in the lead.
Yeah.
So congrats to them with the 6 rounds already in the pocket. There's a lot of rounds and stuff to for the Latvian players to sweat for.
Yeah, and here as well, if we check out the scoreboard, what we can see is that really Giannis and Yurnov are the ones getting the frags, and the rest of the players are having some issues. And I hope that the morale of the team, at least I hope, is good, that they're keeping up their spirits. Because on the other side, you can call out maybe, I know, LSS and Taki that had some flashy plays, but all of the team is performing. Like, the way that they use the nades, and all this utility being used, all these rotations, Kraken as an in-game leader is doing a great job. Of course, props to the coach as well. I do hope that we're going to see that structured of a play on the Esporta Skola side as well.
Exactly. Well, now Latvians again in a pickle there with the Deagles in hands. With the M4 still for the Lancers as well. It is an iffy situation for them to play out this. But, well, with the nades heavy stacked on the B side. Carrisons get 1, get 2 there. So that's 2 guys down on the B side. And Latsis is pushed out from the B. Here's the player.
And he gets the front in the smoke as well. He maybe gets a second, but no, he goes back just in time, just tags Kraken, and that's it. And now there's going to be Jean finding up a shot. He gets tagged up as well, 56 HP. Lattis are going to go for more. No way. Oh, he tries to get it, but no, he goes down. And now Jean is, at least he has the M4 to play with. And now Jurnov and Jean they're going to try to retake this one. At least they're both really close to the side, but you can see the utility already being used. Maybe too quickly. I don't blame them. They had no information where the players are. And Johnny, he misses the timing. He spots one of the players. The flash comes through. They're trying to peek in. They're going to go for the double peek. Has to be careful. He gets one, but he changes the weapon. And he cannot hit the shot. And Urinal misses as well. And the 7th round to Technikum Esports 20.
So all again together. You go and trade if your teammate is killed. You go and trade. And this was one of those moments again where you can learn this and see how that plays out. Urinal wasn't close to his teammate when he was killed in the church area. So he couldn't peek out and help his team get that kill back, get the money rolling for the Technikum as well. So they have to spend more. Oh, how unfortunate set of events.
Yeah. As well for Kwasin, she goes for Negev. That's quite interesting. I've seen him pull this off in the tournaments and in the like classes that we have. He does pull out the Negev. He sometimes feels comfortable with it. I kind of don't blame him. If you are good with it, you are good with it. If you can land the shots.
We had a hub match in Esports School, and I was using the Negev, and I got the 3K, and I felt happy about it.
Of course, when you get a kill with that weapon, it's quite satisfying. But let's see now, LSS, he's going to try to open this one up with the AWP. Nonetheless, he does have his teammates ready to trade if that's necessary. As they're pushing in, they're not going to see Kwasin's head. Not just yet. The Molotov's going to come in for a new box. Nobody's going to be there. Urinal's going to get the frag. I'm still waiting for this to happen. They get the both players in the middle, but now they're pushing in. And how is this going to work? Kwasin, she gets one, but only one. Now they're looking for the frags, but the AK almost too strong. Dzintars, they might lose it. And they will lose it. How unfortunate. This was just basically because CTs felt safe pushing all around the map.
Yeah.
They had no issue with it. They caught the Swedish players in the back. They were not checking this position. And a few lucky shots. And they kind of stacked even B. If not that they sandwiched B. Impressive. Let's see now. The round 14 is on our way. Still 2 more rounds here in this half. But I have to say, I'm really impressed by the way that the Swedish players are playing. I'm gonna repeat that I do hope that Esporta Skola as well will make sure that they bring this kind of structure to their T side.
Exactly, and now with maybe a different approach here. This is what we just saw in the last round, but this was like the 3-man stack on a banana. Now the same thing's happening in the middle. 3 people gonna go through there, maybe 4 now. 1 more in apartments. They're joining them as well. Onyx, unknown.
Yes. Does he not know? What is he trying to do? He's trying to bait out the shot. Maybe looking for an op. Urinal gets tagged up by Kraken from the apartments. And now they're looking to maybe take A. Tucky's going to find the Onyx. So that's 1 player in long cleared out. They can go for B split if they can deal with the player in banana. As they're pushing it. But no, the crossfire by Janis and LAT is great. As they do manage to find the frag. There's still player in pit. Janis plays it to the perfection. 3v2 now. 2 players remaining. The bomb yet to be picked up. Janis goes down. And now only LAT remains. And it's going to be him against 3 players. And LSS, he's right around the corner. Can you get it? No, he can't. LSS gets it. Almost a team ace by Technikum Esports 20. And we see 8-6 scoreline.
Yeah, and while this was happening, we had a fight as well on the mid side that we did not see on the screens. There were a fight for the banana. The player from the Technikum was still there, waiting for the push, and that was Kwasin, who did not expect a player there to be still dead on that side.
Yes, and for now, let's check out how is this going to go through here in Bananas. It looks like it's going to be first point of contact. Those CTs, they feel kind of confident taking the sandbox position, something the CIS players do. And now it's going to be Dzintars looking to get the opening. Kwasin, are you really going to peek it? Are you that confident in yourself? Or are you just trying to bait it for Janis? Because you can see this player here is sitting up for this position as well. Trying to get through. Carison, he does not get spotted. But no, he's going to get taken down. Dzintars also falling, but Kwasin falls, and it leaves only 1 player towards the B side. If Terrorist reads it, then potentially they can.
Exactly. And what we just saw in this round were the things that we were talking about before. Go and trade. If you are defending together, go and trade. That's just as simple as that.
He does not know about Janis, and Janis takes him down. Urinal takes down LSS. And unfortunately for the Swedish side, they will be taken down as they try to push towards the B side. They feel like A sometimes is a bit easier for them. But it changed. As their approach changed, the result as well. Whether they took the site by fight or they got the fake out.
I like how confident Kraken feels right now in this position. Drops the weapon, switches it out a little bit, makes a lot of sound as well. And he does not believe until the last second to go through for the B. Onyx here's all the information. He knows where the Kraken is. Lattice or Onyx going to be the ones picking it up, probably. Maybe?
Is he trying to fake? Onyx has some kind of information. He's trying to push towards Banana. He's going to take the AK. I really like what he tries to fake. I can see why he's the in-game leader. He's pushing it. He spots Urino, but no, Urino with the crouch does it good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for now, it's gonna be a quick break for now, and after that, we're gonna be joined back in this game by these lovely players on the Swedish side, on Latvian as well. So now, a much pause, and for a little pause on our end as well. We'll be back in 1 minute. I don't know how fast can keep run.
Be a late round call from Liquid in round 29 on Inferno, and then how it led to the...
We are back here in our studio. Unfortunately, I misclicked, but we do have something prepared for you from Skybox.
Yeah, so this is a video that Skybox sent us in that we can play to you, and we can learn something in Inferno.
Yeah, so now I will not mess it up and just turn on the video. So check it out.
Be a late round call from Liquid in round 29 on Inferno, and then how it led to their performance in round 30.
Yeah, so I think this is the round that everybody was looking at for Liquid to win 14-14. They were starting to mount the comeback. I think G2 were up 14-12. And I'll slow this one down at some times here as we can break down some of these situations. But you can see that with 50 seconds left on the clock, that Liquid, they don't have any really great map control towards bracket. I mean, they're kind of right there pressuring the issue. They know that they have Banana, as we can see that Grim is at this position right now. But if we go back to the side of the majority of Liquid, you'll see that they actually run a fake here. And I think this is something that I would be interested in everybody just kind of weighing their opinions in on, is just, does this feel right with 25 seconds left? So if we just stop it right here and look at the clock, 25 seconds left, they're setting themselves up for a wrap. And it's basically an all-in play. And I think that when SK and LG were at their peak, they were known for doing stuff like this. I think it was very Na'Vi-esque the way that those major runs that Fallen was able to call this strat with such little time and was able to execute it even when the pressure was mounting. So we'll just keep pressing on forward that this was just really an all-in, and they killed Amanek here. And if you actually look at this, they actually killed him with 20 seconds left, and Jax is there solo. But that being said, Liquid don't know that. They might still think that there's two players towards A, and they do full commit towards this. And everything is going so well on this. Actually, Nico, he gets one at CT right here, but actually they trade him out, and it's just Hunter and Nexa, but there are only 15 seconds left. And at this point, there's a very small case that you could say we could go A. It's pretty much equidistance right now, that you either plant on the far corner towards A, or you just hightail it right into B. And so they continue with this play. Perfect Molotov from Nexa, by the way, to block them off of the position. And you can see that with just such little time left, they weren't ready for Hunter's position. Just 10 seconds left and remaining. And there's just not a lot that they can do here. Grim's just in the 1v3 at this point. And I kind of wanted to just throw this back to everybody here. Like, do we think that this is actually a bad call, or do we think this is poor execution, or do we think that's a little bit of luck? Because I'm kind of leaning towards it being a little bit lucky that G2 were set up in a 3B setup at this moment, but at the same time, 25 seconds and a full B wrap is a really hard call to make.
Then welcome back to our studio as well. This was a small clip here from Skybox. Thank you for them sending us.
Exactly, and we got to hear a little bit of Dinko that we were so excited to hear today with the live commentary about the game, but unfortunately some issues were there, but they are fixing those, and maybe next time when we're going to be joining in for these kind of games, we will have a bit more for you all to see. For us, we're going to be joining just in a bit for the game as it starts right now. There you go. And just reminder quick, what is happening here, Emvy?
Yeah, exactly. So the Esporta Skola from Latvia, they're taking on the Teknikum Esports 20 team from Sweden, from Växjö Teknikum. And as we can see, Kvasic, they're opening it up, and Kraken, he's going for the trigger control, but he misses so many shots, and the flash in his eyes messes everything up, and he cannot defend the B site. As it's going to be, looks like Latvians are going to be taking this round. Kvasic looking to get it, but he cannot until the end. It's going to be LSS with a dual win and maybe a crazy clutch from him. Can he get the ace? He gets 3 frags already. You can see those quick 2 flicks. Only Jean is now in LAT remaining. The time is almost on his side. I don't know if there's any kids drop down.
Maybe on Banana, but Chadis, he's one step ahead. He's changing his position. The fourth headshot here. Latsis drops down, but I think that's gonna be it. What she wrote for LSS. He goes back to Banana, finds no one there because Giannis, he's just one step ahead.
Honest, but he can't get it. Oh, and the last bullet connects. I thought it's gonna be like ace and still lost a round. That's just unlucky for the player.
Yeah, well, back again at the even score, 8-8 right now. Teknikum has their fair share of good rounds, and now the Latvian team are crawling back and trying to get the force on for the Teknikum players. Now with a stack here on the B, interesting, without nades as well.
Yeah, but they're gonna play it like default. At least here in Bananas, they're gonna try to rush it. Saki rushes, but Onyx with the Max 10 plays it to perfection. Even gets the second one. No, he goes for the reload and he loses his life to LSS. LSS spots Urinov as well, goes in for the aggression. The first two Deagle shots connect, and the fourth one as well.
No.
And he takes him down, and now the scout in his hands could be dangerous. But good smoke, quick thinking from the side of Esporta Skola. Drops down the smoke, makes sure that they get into the site, and they have no idea about the B stack.
What do you do in this situation? LS has the smoke, not the smoke, smoke as well, but the scout and Deagle, do they go? Do they go in? Retake? Yes, no?
Of course, they have to try. Then, if they get the first frag, especially then, and LAT, he's gonna try to stay tucked in here. He's gonna be checked, and the Mac 10 is gonna win the duel. Only now 2 terrorists remaining. He's gonna be one in mid, one in the side, and the Mac 10 by Kvasnic just whips, and an eco win by Teknikum Esports 20.
Oh, they have the time. They will
They have
use
to have
that,
it.
and that's going to be the ninth round there. A really nice retake by these guys. And now, you can see on the screens, they are happy. They are ready to win this game as well. And now, if we compare the first rounds of the first half, as we can see, the difference is huge here. Teknikum, they are pushing in. They are not letting the esports school to play their own game in their own speed.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that having coach behind your back really helps it. Of course, the Latvian side does have a coach, but only on TeamSpeak, just in their ears, trying
Not
to.
the one who can tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey,
Good
nice."
one. Yeah, exactly. And I believe that's as well kind of comes into play. We all know that LAN setting, you just play on different level.
I know in a chat as I was just in a brief second ago. I know there's some players like Irix, you know, like he's the lead guy.
He knows where to find the talents and
And I
just
think
make
he's
sure that
scouting
everyone
right
knows. Of course,
I
of
hope
course
he
he is. Yes, I believe Artur from Cosmos Riga is very intrigued.
Yeah, and this is why this is happening. I again want to say thanks to the Skybox for us to meet each other, to meet Sweden in the server online, and to have this opportunity for us to play each other and learn from each other's mistakes as well.
Exactly, but now let's see if there are going to be any mistakes in this 8 take. It's going to be terrorists trying to move in. Karison has already found the first one. I'm really worried about Taki. I believe he misstepped and falls down, but it's going to be... It works out. It works out because it's right underneath Janis the Molotov as well. Janis is waiting in the smoke. They've yet to push. It's rather interesting. What is Janis expecting? That he will not be spotted, that he has some kind of timing? Yes, he's going for the timing, but he does the shot do not connect. And so the Onyx and LAT is now remaining.
With the pistols in their hands, a lot of I would say envy for Onyx now. Only guy left in these apartments now. A lot of heat on his shoulders, but well, he's not gonna live another day to tell the tale. For the Teknikum, the Swedish guys are stepping up their game again and again. 2 rounds already in the lead for the Latvians, and there's a lot of force to be reckoned with. Now with the eco, a little bit of a force with the pistols there for the Latvians. Let's see what they have up to their sleeves.
Yeah, I do hope they're going to have something flashy in it. Will they flash in Banana and they're trying to move in? It's going to be Deltarn falling down. Only Kraken now remaining. Rotation should be called. The grenade is timed almost perfectly, just right underneath as Janis jumps. But they're trying to run him down, and the Tech 9 wins the duel. We know how crazy that gun can be, but LSS comes in with the off. Finds one. He doesn't see the second one. Urino. He's going to take the player, and already Urino is checking if there's anyone behind. He loses this fight. He's now left 2 against 3.
Taki now with a lot of utility that his teammate will need for sure. Now he just need to step a little bit closer. Oh, what a flash!
Yeah, he's trying to push through, but no, the dual elite in Kvastin's hands.
This is not the first time I see Kvastin with this gun.
Yeah, he does like to, you know, try out on new things. He tried out casting. He's great at it. He's trying out to play with dual elites. Looks like he's great with them as well. Beautiful. And see, now it's going to be Carson, and Carson, he gets 2. Can he get the third one? Is this a retake? He does have the fuse kit. The last 10 seconds, Onyx, he has to win it. He has to plug it for his team. He's looking for no. He taps up, but there's no time, and Onyx saves his team just at the last second. Am I right or am I wrong? Yes. It's going to be Esporta Skola winning it.
Exactly. Well, now, if there are some Latvian viewers there in the chat who wants to join the esports school, easy as just go to the Discord, Join us in, and you're gonna find all the information what you need to
Or the
join
website.
in, or the website as well. Yeah, to find all the information, how it works, how to join your particular school as well, and to make sure that maybe next time you are on the screen participating.
Yes, because we're gonna hold more. Like, we're gonna hold more, these tryouts.
Yeah.
Just to see if we can find a stable 5. Because so many people just want to play against different schools. They're so intrigued.
Exactly.
We have to get Riga Sports and Växjö Skola on
We should,
board.
we
One of
should.
the strongest Latvian school teams. I want to see how they go up against here, because you can see the game here. It's so close.
Exactly, and for those who don't know, this is like a little bit of a mishmash of a lot of schools from Latvia playing in one team. This is not like a one school team. They are 5 players from different schools, but what unites them is this esports school.
Yes, this project that is being done by the
Exactly.
distance learning school.
Yeah.
Because they understand that in this time, esports is the thing to do. It helps improve your communication. It just helps you to have a great time. And it's so exciting. We all know, because we're all here. So for now, it's going to be an ace set play by Esporta Skola, and they're not even trying to fake. That's something that they're not doing, that Swedish school did. And they're now trying to move in, and we're going to see it's going to be Karison waiting in the pit. There is a player waiting here on the boost to the A side, but he's trying to wallbang. That is not successful. Karison also falls, and now only LSS remains. And are they going for a retake? They are planning on it. Hopefully LSS can open things up, and then his teammates can swoop in from long.
Exactly. In this moment, like, one mistake that I just want to point out is LSS right now has a flash. He had that the whole round in his hands, and there were a lot of opportunities from the short side of A that he could throw down for the support for his team, but unfortunately he did not decide to do that. And now 3 versus 5 situation, and I guess it's gonna be a save. We'll see.
Yeah, and now
Looks
it's gonna
like
be...
the positions
But
for the save.
Of course, but look at this. Maybe they can catch someone, and they will. LSS catches one. Oh, almost finds Johnny, but with 2 HP, can he even survive? No, the AK will be lost. And a good economical damage done by Technicum Esports 20. But you can see, look at Janis. He's just showcasing his talent. 29 frags. Definitely one of the prospects to look out for.
Yeah,
I know Anders is watching. Maybe he can try to catch out Janis. Like, he doesn't have any buyout now. Like, just get Janis.
He's just a kid.
Exactly.
A bucket of ice cream and good salad. He's yours.
Of course. And there's gonna be some smokes being dropped down in banana right on top of the Molotovs. Kraken almost finds it. He's gonna try to small bang through the smoke. The spray through the smoke. What I meant to say, not successful, only some damage done. And the fight intensifies. As Karison, he's with Nova waiting in this balcony room. Quite interesting, if I have to say. LSS close range with the Eagle. Is he gonna peek? He hears how close the enemies are. The flash comes through. He spots one, but no, Hero is gonna win that duel. Only one player towards B remains, and that's Deltarn. He's gonna find one, but no, he loses the duel against Onyx, and B is for the taking.
Ooh, but some sort of mismatch happened in the mid side. LAT has left one of the players through, so that's gonna be the Carlson with the shotgun in the hand.
He's waiting. Did he hear? No way! Karison with the shotgun, he pulls the play off, but now he has to retake, and they know about his position.
Would you
Saving, I
retake?
think, is the best option right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's no point of retaking. He got his 900 bucks there with the shotgun, and now AK in the hand. That's gonna be handy for the next round, together with the helm as well.
Yeah, very, very good save, good time. They're not too far from like the score is still like the game is still for someone to take. You cannot say that one team has the upper hand and every round counts. Every AK save counts on the CT side. We know how powerful that weapon can be.
And these two teams were the ones that showed that in the first 3 rounds that you're never gonna know who's gonna win until the last round. And these are the games that I like. We have casted a lot of 16-0s in a school tournament in Latvia.
It happens.
It happens, but it's just you never know who's going to be playing and how they're going to be playing. And right now, I'm just happy to see both sides of this game to perform in their best and to see a lot of strategic play as well. Not only run and gun, but we see these smokes, flashes, communication, and that's just only for the better game.
Yeah. Well, since I don't know how the Technikum Esports played before that, I cannot say anything, but I know that our guys, the Esports Skola, can definitely do a lot better with the strategic play. It's really sometimes they're really depending on these opening frags, as we can see, putting all the eggs in one basket as well, just like all pushing towards the A site. We don't see that play, but that I can understand. There are few stand-ins since you have to reschedule the game.
Yeah.
The lineups have changed. It's really tough to prepare a map in a short time when you've just gotten a stand-in. But as I said before, we're gonna hold out more tryouts, more chances for the youngsters to prove themselves against different countries, because playing against different countries just different feel.
Exactly, and as well, probably the Sweden going to have the opportunity to play the team that wins the Latvian tournament.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Really intrigued. But look at LSS. He gets 2 with a P250, and that could easily win the round. They see Onyx, and they spotted the bomb. The rotation's called. A bit of misfortune for the Latvian side, but they're moving in fast, and she's gonna get opening frags, and through the smoke he gets tagged, and only one player remains alive, and that's Lattis. He gets the player in the side, pushing through the smoke. It's LSS. Lattis remaining with 46 HP,
really
and a bomb
wants to
to
play.
plant. And Deltarn, he's peeking. He's put the player right behind, and he gets the flick. What a great job by Deltarn, and we can now see them all in the cam as well. Good job by the Swedish players.
Exactly. Well, what we just witnessed there were a little bit of a panic for the Latvian player. What he had to do there was to just calm down. There were still 20 seconds left for the round to feel around the room, to find out what's happening on B side. Maybe find an aid that's going to help him to secure that plant. But he really wanted to plant, and well, he did. Got a little bit of money to play around for this round, but again, the 22nd round starts with an even score, but
LSS.
one less for the Latvians.
One less by LSS. That's just he's meant for that, to get the opening frags, the entry frags. And now the question: maybe push fast, try to get some information.
We haven't seen
try
the
to
fast
fake.
push.
We haven't seen a fake as well.
Yeah. But, well, with the 4 people left in your team, I don't think you can play around with the fakes a lot.
But look at this, Carson together with Tucky, they're pushing through the apartments. They're gonna get so much information, and
like
John is. Will he even know? He's trying to fake it towards the A site. Maybe get some rotation, but Carson, will they get impatient, or will the terrorist side rotate? And then we can see a very unfortunate scenario here. John will be spotted. Carson gets him, and now the information is there that there's someone on T ramp, and they've been playing they've been playing really slowly.
This is red. They know this by a book that there are people on banana, but those 2 opening kills on B, that's gonna be opening B up. Yeah, well, that's a mess.
We're gonna see 2v3 right now, and through the smoke, Carson sees Lattis as he tries to fade away. But it does not work out, and now Urinov remaining 1v3. There's so many smokes, and he's trying to find the best possible situation. And he tries to jump on these coffins. He spots one in the side, but he spots the second one. Maybe he will. He's pushing forward. He sees LSS. Urinov is going for a huge play, and he will clutch it for Esporta Skola side, 12-11.
Those smokes that Swedish players placed were so good for Urinov. He could peek one by one, and he got all the information he needed. And there, this unfortunate moment, what we talked about previously in this game, that you have to go and trade if your teammate falls down, and he found the angles where you can't be traded.
Yeah, that is true. He played it nearly to perfection. I thought the player on the right side of the smoke will spot him, like a small glimpse, a pixel or something, but no, that did not happen. But you can see, Technikum Esports, they're continuing with their aggression in the A apartment, and there's a potential for them to find Lat. Lat spots one, Carson gives away his position, has to be careful, because there's Onyx real close.
I'm always up to see a quality CSGO, and this is what these, I will say it harshly, but kids are performing right now. They are in the school years, and for them to play in this kind of manner, to see them still getting their cool head, running, they still get their strats, and Urino in the last round showed us a clutch that, well, no one expected, I believe, in the chat in that moment.
Of course not. The chat just blew up at that point with your lovely saying sheesh.
Oh my god.
it did come through. And now, since they gave away the control of the apartments to the terrorists, they're trying to play close angles with the Deagle. I think he feels it. Carson feels it. Like the smokes are coming through, the smoke coming in as well, and he's got the first one. But no, Onyx wins that duel, and there's only Tucky to defend on this site. It could be too tough for him. He tries to peek, but he's gonna try to fall back. Maybe some economical damage, not to give this game too far away.
They have to just wait and try to get some AKs out of their hands for the next round. But he's going to be doing just that. Urino falls.
But John is gonna win the trade right there. He's gonna Kraken now. Deltarn remaining. Deltarn falling to Onyx. How unfortunate. And only Kraken remaining. Maybe one AK that he could potentially save. He could catch out LATs if he pushes in the hallway there, but he does
That's a
not.
nasty angle. Like,
He spots one. He pushes out. He sees the second one. Oh, he just tags. No, but he actually got Kraken. We missed one like sound bit. At least I did.
yeah, they I'm gonna call that.
You're gonna call that, yes. We haven't had too much practice to cast in English. We were casting for Latvian for like 2 weeks.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
We were casting the Baltic Esports League. I was casting the PUBG and you were casting CSGO back in the day. But now we
the
switched to
CE
Latvian.
champions as well.
Oh, the CE champions, yeah, that wasn't that.
That wasn't that far away. It was half a year ago. But yeah, still a bit scruffy. Let's see. Urino is trying to open it up, and Kraken goes down. The in-game leader of the Technikum Esports 20 side, as Onyx helps out his teammate, and the B side is open. It feels like Esports Skola have gotten the grab of the game, or they just understand there's no more joking around. Their coach Field9 just said, "Hey, guys, we need to stop messing around. We can do this." Well, I have to say the T side was structured a lot better for the Technikum Esports 20 side. Like the way that they played the round openings, everything was squeaky clean. Props to their coach. For the side of Esports Skola, we can see they're at some point depending a lot more on that individual skill.
I'm writing this question down so we can ask the Masso, the coach of the Swedish team, the strats. Did they prepare how much?
Yes. Because we did the veto, I believe, on Monday, so we didn't know what map we will play on today, just so the players have a time to prepare. And here, oh no, Onyx, he loses a weapon. At least they do have the money in the bank. No issue there. Galil even for passage, but he's great with that weapon, so no worries there.
The deciding moments for the Technicum, for the Swedish players to decide what they're going to be rolling with in this round. The round 26. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for, because the victory taste is really close for the Latvians, but still Swedish are fighting.
Exactly, but Lati opens things up. LSS, he's known for his patience and still aim, and look at those headshots as he holds B site. But they do give up the control over Banana. They get 2 frags, they back off, they play this one smart. And Kostic as well plays this smart. He's gonna go and toss that AVP away, just to make sure that they don't take it. AVP on the CT side would be devastating. We see how well LSS can play with it.
There's a lot of room for them to even play around. No one pushed from the Swedish players down on the apartments, and they don't have the information what's happening in the mid side, so that's why they are still split 2 by 2. And we know that, well, as 3 T players, they could be the first that goes in to the B side, and maybe reckons 1 or 2 openings, and after that they just get the side for them.
That could work out. Because right now as well, you can see that CT, since they're not pushing for information, they're trying to stay put. Only now will they understand what's going to happen. It's going to be full execute toward the B side with 3 players. We're going to see Deltarn here ready. It's going to be LSS as well, but no, Deltarn is being checked. LSS with 2 frags. But will 2 frags be enough? And Urino is put in this situation once again. He plants the bomb right around the fountain just so he does not get pushed through CT. They're preparing for a boost. A very early Molotov. He spots 1 player. He's going for it. He's going for the duel. And he's going to win it. But he's left with 30 HP. And Taki is full HP.
And he knows where the Urino is. With the flash a little bit there. Tries to get Urino's attention.
No way! How? He does it again. A 4K and a clutch at the end.
He went in
Urino,
for
you
a position that was not, let's say, Paradzema. Expected by the CD player, and after that it was just a history from there. With the 15 rounds could be the match point for the Latvians. A really well fought game ahead of us, where we just had behind us, and now ahead of us could be the last round. That's what I wanted to say. English, sometimes, hard language.
Sometimes
or third language.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Russian is the second one, and then Latvian the first.
exactly. Sometimes can get a bit difficult, but the op is picked up.
Timing.
Giannis survives just by some luck. It felt like, but the LAT says that was a great opening to slow things down. The Esporta Skola no longer feels too good. We're gonna try to push in. LSS with the op. He's been on point this game. Shout out him, 30 frags already. As he's almost gets the timing. I thought he shot through the armpits right there. It's now gonna be 3 players trying to push in. Janis, Yurinov, and On is the top fraggers for Esporta Skola. Kariton is gonna hold the angle. Only Janis now remains 1 against 5. We've seen Yurinov do crazy things, but with 10 HP, how much can you do here? And no, he's gonna be falling down. It's gonna be 15-12 as Teknikum Esports are fighting back.
Would you force now if you would be a Latvian team?
Wait, we force to use and we go for one more? I think no. I think I would go for one more potential eco.
But it looks like they have a different opinion about this. The 13, that's gonna be the one that they were fighting for. Like the round 28, and then 29 saved and 30 fight.
This could change a lot. Kostic is going in for the information just with the Glock and the Molotov. Yeah. He does not have any armor. He's just trying to push in, trying to take off the attention, while the other ones are pushing in. They flash themselves, unfortunately. You can see the communication has not been worked out. Tucky's waiting in a bit. LFS with y'all plays perfectly. Jean is pushing in. He tries to get it, but he can't do it. You're now down the next one in line. There are 3 players waiting in the site. What can you do, LFS? Latis kills his teammate with a nade. That's just unfortunate. And now we're going to have Janis and Latis to win the round. And can they do it? Win the game? Janis plays it good. With the Deagle, he finds LSS. The Molotov's coming through. There's still 1 player in pit. Does he know? He has to fall back. Only 11 HP. He gets spotted and he gets killed off. Only Latis now remains. Stays down 1, but no. He walks in the way of Kraken, and with the M4, he takes him down. 15-13.
Exactly.
A full eco potentially for a terrorist side. And for the other side, we see the Teknikum Esports. They're the ones.
An interesting round there for the Teknikum. They were forced to fight, and that's what I liked by the Latvians. What they did, they went in the site and they fought, but unfortunately I wasn't there. And in the final kill, even for the Lats, you could see that the sensitivity for him is too low to turn the 180 degrees. And now Lats is the one that we spoke about. Now going to be forcing through the apartments.
Perfect flash. Perfect flash. Tucky, he's not killed, but now Latis does what he needs to do, and Carison is such a good position. He's gonna switch it. He's gonna be checked. He spots Onyx, and he knows that there's some players in the apartments. Can they really do it on a Baltic full buy? Just the Deagles. They're trying to push in. Is anyone pushing through the smoke? The bomb will be planted in a safe position right in the middle of the site. As the players are slowly falling down, the retake is on its way. Carison trying to move in. Somebody gets tagged up. Johnny goes down. Only Yurinov and Latis remaining. One is waiting, but only now Latis remains. And he loses it. He loses the duel, and it's going to be 15-14, and it's going to be down to the neck.
Exactly. Too close for the comfort there for the team, Esports School. They went in, they planted the bomb, but you have to remember that that was a forced eco thingy. You know? And now we get back to the round 30. So this is it. You know, Latvia wins, or this is a friendship winning.
Yes,
there's no overtime.
Because there is no overtime. Exactly. There is a limit to this game. It'll be fun seeing it. There's gonna be more fun in the next few weeks to see how are they gonna fight against each other.
Maybe it can be overtime. I don't want to promise.
It says again with the op. I'm sorry I missed the frag, but this guy's just been booming. So now, let's see how this one goes. Terrorists, looks like they're still not quite understanding where they want to take this. They want to take this A, they want to take this B. They're trying to play this one slow. And now, wait a minute. What is Tucky doing? I thought he's going to push through the smoke. If he would have pushed, I think he just got the timing right. Janis pushed because he is known for his aggression.
Tucky tucked in the corner now, waiting for Janis to peek out with the AK. Oh, he sees the barrel.
He sees the backpack of the player. Now he spots him. Why isn't he checking? No! Wait! What? Janis no completely whips the spray, loses it, and now gonna be 3v4. Such an unfortunate situation. Still the player in the pit. Carison moves out, trying to play from the bicycle. It does not work out too well. There's going to be Yurinov peeking. Yurinov again, trying to save the game for the Esporta Skola. Onyx as well with the opening frag. And you can hear already in my voice, I'm getting pumped. Can this be done? Can Esports go through this tough game, manage to get the victory through, or will Teknikum Esports pull this to a time game? And we'll need to know what happens in the next episode of School Showdown.
Yeah, Exactly. Just to clarify, no one's pumping Emvy.
Yes.
He's not getting pumped.
I'm just trying to see what's gonna be happening next here. As LAT will be spotted, they're moving in. No, Onyx finds the Kraken, only one player remaining. In-game leader, but no way! 16-14 for the last second. Let's show them they're happy with what they've done. Congrats to both of the sides, of course, to Esporta Skola for managing this one, to pull the victory, but for the Swedish side as well.
Exactly.
They're on screen, and now we're back in the studio. But what a game! I'm impressed. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Since I knew the levels of the players, I thought, well, okay, yes, they've been playing together. They're a bit lower level. I thought the game is going to be more one-sided at some point. But no, 16-14, and we see at the end the Latvians pull the victory.
Exactly.
Congratulations to them.
And before the game, we were talking about that this could be really close game, and well, they delivered. Both teams, both coaches, and all 10 players, they played really well, and I enjoyed watching every single bit of that. And again, a really big thank you for the Skybox to make sure that we get this these two teams together clashed and to see them performing. And I hope that you as well, viewer there in the chat, enjoyed what you just saw.
Oh, they did. I saw in the chat the emotions were running through all of the game, because at no point did it seem that one team is going to get the lead, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Till the last point, we still did not know. The last round as well looked so tough and crazy.
Yeah, I'll try to call or
Give me.
yeah, you do that. You call Damasu, and we'll talk a little bit with him about what is happening in our end, and maybe a best of 3 series, maybe a rematch. Who knows right now?
Hello.
We're gonna be.
Hello. Do you hear us, Massive?
I hear you well.
Great.
I'm
We hear
just
you
gonna
well as well.
move.
Put the desktop audio a bit up.
Yes, we're putting the desktop audio a bit up just to make sure we're gonna.
A late round call
At
from
the wrong cam. I'm really sorry. The interview. Yes,
Whoa!
here. Hello, Massive.
Hey.
Hi.
Yes. Well, first
Hi.
of all, stay to your team. What a great job they put up.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah.
Castersen hälsar att ni spelade. Det var ett sjöjäkla game och Caster, så det var kul att kolla på.
It was
They're
so fun
saying,
to watch.
they're saying thank you.
Of course, they are. It was so fun to watch. The people in the chat were just so psyched. So many people tuned in. I was so happy to see. I still cannot believe it was that close. You've done a great job being coach.
Well, thank you. I got some good kids coaching as well, so I can take all the honor
Okay,
myself.
Spoken
But
as a true leader. Spoken as a true leader. That's good to hear. Well, there was some questions that nobody wants to ask about the
Yeah.
strat.
yeah, sure.
First of all, best of
Yeah.
3.
Next time, sure. Best of 3.
Okay. We need to do it because this was insane. I can't.
Yeah, it was
believe
really
that.
fun. Really
Yeah,
fun.
I really hope that these two teams meet again and we can clash them back, maybe in a different map, and then
Yeah,
see
sure.
how the performance from all players is evolving,
Yeah,
I
for
wanted
sure.
to talk a bit about your T side. Like you
Yep.
played so well, so clean. How long of a time did it took for you and for the players to manage that?
Well, we basically go around for a clean main setup on the T side rounds. We try to kind of feel out if the counter terrorists are trying to push banana or take control banana. If we have the possibilities, we would like to take control. And after that, we go back to our main round. Kind of like sometimes we do a fake setup on B, then we go A. But we
Yeah.
try to make it take space, because when you can push back the CTs on the sites, they have a very long rotation time.
Of course.
So that's, for me, is kind of key to try and push them back as far as we can.
Yeah, and this feel like Esporta Skola did have some difficulties with all these fakes. I thought they were not expecting them at all at some point. It really pulled them apart. The other thing, that one of the players wanted to say that please tell to the coach that GG, they had fun.
Tell them back, GG, they played very well. They had some really good players on their side.
yeah.
Some rounds that I will look back on Skybox and lick my wounds. So
Definitely.
they played a really good game. Really good game.
Of course. So I understand that you have more teams in your school, not only this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
So
we
how
have
many
2
teams do
teams.
you have? 2 teams, okay.
Yeah, 2 teams in total. We had to borrow the in-game leader from my other team, the second graders, Kraken, who filled his shoes today. So he was kind of uncomfortable calling on a team that he hasn't regularly played with. But he did a great job doing his best as an IGL.
Yeah, you can really see like his game sense as well. You can see whether he's been practicing for a longer time or he's just talented in that way. But all of the players, LSS with the op, putting down 30 in this game.
And with Flix as well, the whole team were performing really well whenever there were situations 1 versus 2 or whatever. Whenever we were spectating them, we knew that anything could happen. The same as with Latvian team as well.
Thank you. They're very good players.
The viewers were always on edge.
Nice to hear.
We can both say thanks to Skybox that they've put us together, and then hopefully we can play CS:GO, League of Legends, and more to come in the school showdown series.
Yeah, exactly.
This showdown wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Skybox that made us connect together and started to discuss this whole school showdown, which is making my students gaining a lot of experience just knowing that this game is streaming and just hyping them up as well. It's priceless, I would say. So thank you, Skybox.
Of course, yes. Well then, thank you to Växjö Teknikum. It's difficult to say that name.
Thank you, and very nice game, good casting, and tell your players they did very well.
Definitely, thank you very much, Linus, and I'll hopefully see you real soon. Maybe next week, maybe the week afterwards. We'll talk.
We'll talk. Stay tuned.
Well,
take care.
For us, bye-bye. For us here, we have just left with few things to do. First of all, thank you all who went to the chat and said, well, even if you said GG, that's all what it counts. You know, I hope you enjoyed the game. The second thing, I hope I want to say thank you to Esports School.
Of course.
2 of us.
Just Rigas pirmā tālmācības school, this school that actually make this possible.
Exactly. So thank you to us, and as well thank you to Skybox for us to reaching out for us and making sure that we meet, you know, in this interweb in these crazy days, you know, when online CS:GO is a skeptical thing, but still even now you have to admit for the school showdown, this was a match to see, and I will join the replay next time we go through the Skybox and see what happened in this game, because there was a lot of strats, and as Matthew said, they prepared, and next time we're gonna see again something up the sleeves prepared. And now we're gonna leave you with a video from the Skybox again. Let's see what they did on Inferno one more time, and after that we're gonna say bye to you all. So
after that
it's gonna be the jingly thing.
Okay, so before that I want to say that let's all take a sip, and you go and do the push-ups.
Stay hydrated,
and you go do all the
I'll go stretch.
Yes, you go stretch, do all the push-ups, and we're going to the Skybox video. See you guys sometime again.
A late round call from Liquid in round 29 on Inferno, and then how it led to their performance in round 30.
Yeah, so I think this is the round that everybody was looking at for Liquid to win 14-14. They were starting to mount the comeback. I think G2 were up 14-12. And I'll slow this one down at some times here as we can break down some of these situations. But you can see that with 50 seconds left on the clock, that Liquid, they don't have any really great map control towards bracket. I mean, they're kind of right there pressuring the issue. They know that they have Banana, as we can see that Grim is at this position right now. But if we go back to the side of the majority of Liquid, you'll see that they actually run a fake here. And I think this is something that I would be interested in everybody just kind of weighing their opinions in on, is just, does this feel right with 25 seconds left? So if we just stop it right here and look at the clock, 25 seconds left, they're setting themselves up for a wrap. And it's basically an all-in play. And I think that when SK and LG were at their peak, they were known for doing stuff like this. I think it was very Na'Vi-esque the way that those major runs that Fallen was able to call this strat with such little time and was able to execute it even when the pressure was mounting. So we'll just keep pressing on forward that this was just really an all-in, and they killed Amanek here. And if you actually look at this, they actually killed him with 20 seconds left, and Jax is there solo. But that being said, Liquid don't know that. They might still think that there's 2 players towards A, and they do full commit towards this. And everything is going so well on this. Actually, Nico, he gets 1 at CT right here, but actually they trade him out, and it's just Hunter and Nexa, but there are only 15 seconds left. And at this point, you know, there's a very small case that you could say we could go A. It's pretty much equidistance right now, that you either plant on the far corner towards A, or you just hightail it right into B. And so they continue with this play. Perfect Molotov from Nexa, by the way, to block them off of the position. And you can see that with just such little time left, they weren't ready for Hunter's position. Just 10 seconds left and remaining. And there's just not a lot that they can do here. Grim's just in the 1v3 at this point. And I kind of wanted to just throw this back to everybody here. Like, do we think that this is actually a bad call, or do we think this is poor execution, or do we think that's a little bit of luck? Because I'm kind of leaning towards it being a little bit lucky that G2 were set up in a 3B setup at this moment, but at the same time, 25 seconds and a full B wrap is a really hard call to make.